Hi guys, so today I'm going to show you how I make my 4-leaf clovers. And you can make them in 2 different sizes. So if you make the larger one, I used regular medium size yarn and a size I hook. And that's what I'm actually going to be using for the video today because the larger yarn is a little easier to see. And if you want to make the cute little tiny one, you use a size 10 crochet cotton and a size 6 hook. And I actually made my yarn sparkle by combining my size 10 crochet cotton with my sulky hollow shimmer, and I just hold these 2 pieces together like they're one piece of yarn, and that is how I create my shimmer because I couldn't find green shimmer right now, so I thought I will make my own, and that is how you get adorable little sparkly shamrocks to make St. Patty's Day confetti. And we're gonna set that guy aside and let's get started with our video. So we're gonna be making this size, but again, if you want to make the little one, just grab your little yarn and your smaller crochet hook. So we're gonna start out with a magic circle. So to do that, you're gonna drape the yarn over your fingers and wrap it around the back. Make an X over your fingers and then wrap your little hand around here. Now I'm going to take the hook, bring it under the first piece of yarn, hook it onto the second one and pull that one under. From here, I'm going to chain 2. So we'll grab that yarn, chain 1, grab your yarn again to chain 2. Oh. Now we can flip that over, pull our hand out of the magic circle, and you've just got magic circle chain 2. Now I'm going to do 9 single crochets into this magic circle. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 single crochets. Now I'm going to grab the tail end of my magic circle and pull on it to close up my circle. Make sure my stitches are a little twisted. Don't let your stitches twist. All right, so we're going to pull it closed. Pull, pull, pull. Oh, there we go. Okay, now that circle is closed. And now we're going to slip stitch into our very first single crochet. So find your first single crochet and just do a little slip stitch to close up your circle of single crochets. Slip that on in there. There we go. And that is row 1 of our clover. So now in that same space that we just did our slip stitch, we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to do 3 double crochets. So find that space, the very first space. 1 double crochet, 2, and 3 double crochets. Now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to slip stitch into that same little space that all 3 of our double crochets went into, okay? So 1 little slip stitch. And that is our first little clover leaf. Now we're going to do 2 slip stitches into the next 2 spaces. So 1 slip stitch and 2 slip stitch. Oh, you have to kind of pull your stitches back to make sure you're going into the right space there so that you don't double up. Here we go. Okay, so now we have our clover and we have 2 slip stitches. Now we have just slip stitched into the space where we're going to be working now. So chain 3 again. I'm going to do the other little petal, our second petal, the same way. So our chain 3 and our 3 double crochets in that same space where our slip stitches. So 1, 2, 3. And now our chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and slip stitch back down into that same space where our first slip stitches and where our 3 double crochets went. There we go. Now we have 2 little leaves made on our clover. Now we're going to slip stitch 2 more spaces. There's a 1 and there's a 2. And you guessed it, the place where that slip stitch is, that is where our next stitches are going to go. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. We're going to do a double crochet, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Now, you guessed it, chain 3. You guys got this. We're just repeating the same thing 3 times. Slip stitch back down into that same stitch where our slip stitch and 3 double crochets were. And we've got our 3rd little petal of our 4-leaf clover. Now we're going to slip stitch 2 more times. 1, 2. There we go. And here we're going to make our 4th petal of our clover. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. 3 double crochets in that same little space. 1, 2, 3, and last time we do our chain 3 and our slip stitch back down into that space. All right, great job. Now this time we are going to do 1 slip stitch. Make sure you're going into the next space. So 1 slip stitch into the next stitch. Now we are going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in the second chain from the hook, we're going to single crochet. So not this one, but this one. Full single crochet. Now in the next 4 stitches, we're going to just do a slip stitch. 1 slip stitch, 2 slip stitch, 3 slip stitches, and 4 slip stitches. There we go. So that is our stem. And now to attach the stem to our clover on the other side, we're going to find the very first single crochet that we did on round 1 of our clover. Actually, I guess that would be the last single crochet, wouldn't it? Because the first one would be over here. Anywho, we're going to slip stitch right into that single crochet. That is it. And that is our clover, you guys. That is all. Easy peasy. And I didn't bring my scissors over here, so I can't cut it for you, but that is all. You would just chop your yarn and weave in your ends, and that is it. All right, guys, so that is our large clover. And again, if you want to make adorable little tiny clover confetti, you can do that too, just by using smaller yarn, your size 10 crochet cotton and your size 6 crochet hook. All right, everybody, there we go. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day.